It was the fat man's first business trip to India, and he was unexpectedly targeted by a strange beggar.
Poor bastard.
He had only taken a few steps when the beggar began relentlessly following him, pushing a rusty cart. Left with no choice, the fat man took out a few coins.
Here's 50 paisa. Buy yourself some WD-40.
After handing them over, he turned around and walked away. The beggar remained motionless, staring at him like a predator, eyeing its prey, then threw the coins away in disgust. Unaware of this, the fat man later went to the airport restroom, only to find the same beggar was there again.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Listen, fella, I already gave. Do you understand English?
The fat man, now irritated, wanted to teach this persistent shadow a lesson, but in the next second, he was yanked down by a mysterious force and dragged out of the bathroom stall, screaming. What no one could have predicted was he instantly reappeared at Washington, D.C. airport, seemingly unharmed, accompanied by a hotel bellboy. He dazedly entered his reserved room. The bellboy, hoping for a tip, eagerly carried the bags and tried to start a friendly conversation, but the normally generous fat man didn't say a word, standing with his back to him like a lifeless statue. After the disappointed bellboy left, the fat man finally turned around. Expressionless, he sat still on the bed, his facial muscles twitching. Blood began to drain from his body at a visibly rapid rate. Even more horrifying, his eyes had turned the color of blood. The next morning, police arrived after receiving a call and found a strange set of fingerprints on the bedsheets.
A child's print.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Yet judging by the manner of death, the killer couldn't possibly be a child. Forensic specialist Dana conducted an autopsy and concluded that the time of death was between 24 and 36 hours earlier, meaning the man had already died before leaving India. A dead man had somehow flown from India to the US, hailed a taxi, and checked into a downtown hotel. This was far beyond logical explanation. Dana and her partner immediately contacted the Indian consulate and discovered that 3 weeks ago, another American businessman had died in an Indian hotel under eerily similar circumstances. Reviewing that man's autopsy report, Dana found his weight listed as 238 pounds, but his passport stated he only weighed 205 pounds, a 33-pound difference that couldn't be ignored. Dana suddenly had a chilling theory. What if the killer was a child-sized stowaway who could enter and exit the victims' bodies at will? That would explain the small fingerprints at both scenes. If they could weigh the fat man's body, Dana was certain it too would be 33 pounds heavier. Meanwhile, across the city, a blank-faced man arrived at a school, applying for a janitor position. The principal, impressed by his resume, overlooked his strange expression.
And I understand you can start immediately? That's wonderful.
On his first day at the school, a young boy was knocked down by older students on his way home. Just as bullying was about to begin, the boy's father arrived in time and warned them off. Neither father nor son noticed that the janitor, the disguised Indian beggar, was watching them like a predator. That night, as the boy Jack was getting ready for bed, he suddenly saw a bizarre legless beggar in his room.
Dad!
What is it?
There's a man in here!
What?
Just a few seconds later, the beggar vanished. His father thought it was just a nightmare and calmed him down before going to the living room to watch TV. But little did he know, the beggar was silently staring at him from behind. Hearing his father's screams, Jack rushed out of his room in panic.